he was a generational type baseball player, and that's the important part to share here. This wasn't just a good baseball player. This was a great baseball player and a unique baseball player. I've been saying this over the weekend, as much as I'd love to see a celebration of life, and I know the A's don't play at the Coliseum anymore. You have 24 Willie Mays Plaza. I'd love to see the Coliseum, instead of being 7,000 Coliseum Way, I'd love to see it be 24 Rickey Henderson Way. And that's for whatever replaces the Coliseum, whether it's a shopping mall, whether it's a residential, whatever it is. I love to see whatever is on that site always hold the address 24 Rickey Henderson Way.
So I saw your tweet the other day, Brody, and you mentioned it that you want to change the name to 2400 Rickey Henderson Way. And I saw your other suggestion. I'm with you 100%. I do think that we need to have a Willie Mays-like celebration of life at the Coliseum.
Yeah.
We closed down the doors of that place 13 weeks ago, and I'm still not over it. I don't think we can go on without having a celebration of life at the Coliseum.
It's where it belongs. I mean, again, it's Rickey Henderson Field. If there's ever a reason to open up those gates and to open them for fans to come in and celebrate, it's a generation of A's fans and people who have been in the Bay. I mean, I can't imagine how many people would show up for that. I mean, it would be incredible if the city of Oakland or whoever's in charge of that, the county, whoever would be allowed. Maybe it's me and you, Brody. We grab some bolt cutters and we get down there and we just set up a PA system, dude. Whatever we got to do. But
I'm in.
That's where that belongs. Is at the Oakland Coliseum, in front of where A's fans got to see him break that record.
Well, a couple things. Right now, as of this moment, you can go to the north entrance of the Coliseum on 66th, and you can drop off whatever you want. There is kind of that memorial building, and people didn't really know what to do at first. And this is actually what I wanted to get to at the very beginning of our conversation. I've also heard and seen that there was some other celebration of life scheduled at the Paramount. That is unconfirmed. Just so everybody knows, as far as I understand, through the family, through all the proper connections, that has not been confirmed. So that one is not entirely correct yet, as far as my understanding. But that brings me to the overall sad part of this situation. I mean, you've got the baseball team that is up and left. And when somebody like Willie Mays recently passed during this past baseball season, everybody knew what to do. Bring flowers to Willie's statue right out in front of Oracle Park. There's no question of what to do. That fan base didn't have any reservations about it. The Giants...
For weeks it happened.
Yeah, but I mean, and you knew the Giants would take care of that celebration of life. You knew they would put on a first-class ceremony. Wait, was I correct? Was Barack Obama there? Bill Clinton was there.
Bill Clinton was there. Like it was incredible.
There was right.
Rickey was there. The Hall of Famers came. Eck was there.
Right.
Like,
and you knew.
I was thinking about it. It was incredible.
And so for Rickey Henderson, and I say this in two ways. This is just how unlucky all this is. You know, in '89 there was no World Series parade for the A's because of Loma Prieta, and it just wasn't right. And now that Rickey has passed, because the baseball team is leaving, and you know what? It would be better if they have nothing to do with this. Now, I understand that's an official capacity, and maybe they're the best organized, or maybe they're not even staffed to even do an event like this anymore. We understand that they're like 3 feet out the door, if that's possible. But it's one of those situations where I don't know who's going to pull this off for Rickey. Somebody, you're right. It needs to happen at the Coliseum. The fans deserve it. Rickey's family deserves this. There's no question how this should look, but because we don't, there's so much, I don't even say uncertainty, there's an absence. There's a hole in the heart of so many people. I also saw some sentiments on social over the weekend of people saying there should be a lot more people with stronger feelings about this, and so many people have become desensitized because they've disconnected themselves from everything A's. Now, I'd like to think that so many people can go beyond that, above and beyond that, and understand like this is between us and Rickey. This is not about a team or a team's owner currently or a situation. This should elevate beyond that. But I can understand that there's a lot of people who are like, oh, well, I'm not a fan of that anymore, so it doesn't hit me the same. And it should. And so I guess that's the saddest part of all this, guys, is just that this should be the most sentimental, easiest tribute to do. All those same luminaries should be there. This should be like a top-level event. The Coliseum should literally be packed for something like that. But I don't know for certain that anything will happen like that. And it doesn't have to happen in January or February. It can happen in March or April. I don't care. But eventually it should. And at this point, I'm scared that it won't.